now we want to look at an experiment that demonstrates that sound is a mechanical wave. And of course,
as an exceptional and passionate physics teacher whose goal is to see her students successful, not just in the classroom, but also outside the four walls of the teaching and learning environment, Mrs. Stephanie Akinwoya has been involved in building several innovative projects which has brought her school to limelight.
She's ready to go extra mile to see that our students perform excellently well in their examinations, and this has really improved in the performance of the students, ranging from 75% when she came in and up to 100% pass in physics now. She has groomed the students in so many international competitions.
As a dedicated and hardworking teacher, Mrs. Akinwoya has promoted STEM education, especially amongst girls. And in conjunction with international bodies such as the War Foundation, they have provided training, support and mentorship for these students.
in teaching physics in the classroom, I ensure that I connect learning to life, so that students can easily understand the concepts I want to pass across in the class.
During the COVID-19 pandemic, she was dynamic in the use of edutech tools to ensure students actively engage in learning and also prepare them for national and international competitions.
In 2021, I won the Wakelet Community Impacts Award. Before the pandemic, I used to run, and I still run, STEM classes for my students after school. And this has translated in my students winning so many awards for the school.
For Mrs. Akinwoya, impacting knowledge is a passion and a calling.
My students and I have been able to create several solutions. An example of this is Smart Self-Powered House. With this project, we won the first place position for the Agbami Chevron Project Skills Competition. And it will interest you to know that we are the first public school to win the first place position in this kind of competition.
Her classroom session is usually not only educating, but also interactive and interesting.
So let's go back to some of the things we have done previously. Who can remind me of what a wave is? Who can define a wave? Very good. Samuel?
A wave is a disturbance that travels through a medium, transferring energy from one point to another without causing a permanent displacement of the medium itself.
Beautiful. Let's clap for him once.
The head of the department and her students described her as a diligent and committed teacher who loves her students.
She's highly responsible and dependable, and she loves her students. She attends to her lessons very well.
Through her innovation, her students meet and interact with other students in the world, sharing ideas.
Since 2018, I have run connection-based learning classrooms in conjunction with an organization in Nigeria, War Foundation, as well as an organization in USA called Level Up Village. I wanted my students to be globally aware citizens, and other than that, I also wanted them to be empathic citizens. These programs are built in such a way that they help our students develop into social innovators.
Through the Level Up Village initiative, we interacted with students in Sacred Art School in USA, and one of the students I personally interacted with is Toby, and we talked about the situations in our parts of the world.
The students proudly display some of their projects.
My team and I from Iju Senior Grammar School have made the prototype of a smart self-powered house. Now this project cuts across 3 of the 17 Sustainable Developmental Goals of the United Nations. So now the house is on, and the renewable energy source has charged the battery through the solar panels. And now we have the smart LCD display here that shows the humidity and the temperature around the house at the current moment. And we have an ultrasonic sensor here that beeps when a visitor comes close to it to alert the owner of the house. We also have the app here to control things such as the bulb in the house. You can switch it on from the app and switch it off from the app.
Our teacher, Mrs. Akinwoya, was a driving force for this project to be established. This project has won 2 awards, that is the Agbami STEM competition in 2019 and Nigerian Society of Engineers in 2021.
My team and I, we produced this device called Smart Bin. It is smart in the sense that you don't have to touch the lid to open it. You just have to move 50 centimeters of it, then it will open, you drop whatever you want to drop, and it will close by itself. Now,
she also shared some of the initiatives introduced to mitigate the effects of the COVID-19 lockdown.
One of the projects I initiated during the COVID-19 pandemic was the Safe Space project. On this website, we have bit-sized explainer videos on different mental health challenges. We have easy to read texts that students can easily read about and understand.
Everything she actually taught, every student understood. Why? Because she actually knew how to carry the class along, and she was very good at explaining things and making us understand very well.
She's the type of person that brings the best out of you. When she criticizes, she doesn't criticize you in such a way that you feel so bad about yourself, you don't want to come to school anymore. No.
She was selected as one of the top 60 teachers in the International 2021 Cambridge Dedicated Teacher Award. She has written several papers on education-based topics and is a feature writer in Teens-inspired publication of the OIBC Teens Assembly, Iju.